Okay, the organization is L.O.V.E, Lesbians Organized for Video Experience. And we got together to make videotapes of lesbians because there weren't any around. And we thought they would best be made by lesbians. So we went out and learned how to operate the equipment so that we can make the tapes.
I signed up, and Tracy signed up, and a couple other people signed up. Josie signed up. And we all met at the Video Access Center, and then we got going. And the first thing we taped was Intro 475, and which was kind of an experience because none of us had really been experienced that much. It was the first time we'd done anything, and it was a pretty big event, you know, to cover at that time. But we did it, and it came out good, and it gave us a lot. Intro 475 was a what we taped was a demonstration at City Hall on the voting of Gay Civil Rights Bill in New York City, and it failed. And we were all fairly committed at that time to making tapes about, you know, the gay cause, trying to help liberate women to be able to identify themselves with other people, to give them a place to feel good and to show tapes to them. And then we just continued, you know, documenting most events that happened. And the tape that we made, the collage tape, it's kind of our assessment of the documentation over about a 6-month period.
One of the things that I thought was important was that I think the fact that we were there with video equipment provided some protection to the demonstrators, because well, what happened is that after the bill failed, a large group of people went out and sat down in the street and blocked traffic because they couldn't think of anything else to do to express their anger. And the police were pretty rough about getting people out of the street, but I think they would have been worse. I think there would have been a lot of split heads if the video equipment hadn't been there. So it's like a political tool in that sense, too.
Well, something very important happened to me that day. I didn't realize it then, but I know it now. And I went down there, and I realized very quickly the power of the media, and I was doing interviewing. And I saw myself as the media and not one of them. And it's the last time I've ever felt that way. I always thought, well, the police will get them. They won't hit us with cameras. They won't hit anyone with a microphone. And I remember feeling in my head a very definite separation from the lesbians and gay men. And I thought, I had a very superior attitude, and I felt safe. I needed that to feel safe, that sense of I was part of the power structure. And someone pointed that out to me. Someone I interviewed said to me later, who the hell do you think you are? You're one of us. You're not one of the media. And I said, don't be silly. But she was right, and it's something I realize now whenever I've gone out since with that camera. I go out very aware that I am a lesbian, and I am part of what I am covering. I'm not apart from, but a part of. And it was an important political lesson for me personally.
When I was taping and when they were carrying the people and putting them in the paddy wagons, and all of a sudden the police were right there, you know, the whole idea of these men being so powerful as to be able to knock me over, take my equipment away, you know, that whole trip was so real, which in another way is kind of abstract because, like, you never really think of that happening, you know, but it really can happen. And that's something that taping showed very definitely.